Young Turks brought to you by Busted Tees. Go to bustedtees.com and enter promo code Young Turks to get 10% off your order. If I see another story on tiny little details on the royal wedding, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Like this morning, CNN did like a 10-minute story on the type of cake they're gonna serve at the royal wedding. Who cares? Like, I get it, okay? I live in a glass house. Some of the stories I do are pointless. People don't like it. I get it, okay? But really, we're talking about cake for 10 minutes straight about the royal wedding? I can't take it anymore. I don't understand why people are so obsessed with it. General Electric made a refrigerator that has this life-size image of Prince William and his fiancée. Who's gonna buy that? What's wrong with you people?
Well, it turns out a lot of people are going to buy that because they actually had a contest of what picture to put on the refrigerator, and that picture won.
Ugh, such a disaster. I don't get it. There's a picture of the refrigerator. I would never in a million years put that in my house. Even if it was given to me for free. It's scary. It creeps me out. It creeps me out. Look, I can understand people who are fascinated by the wedding, you know, they're interested by the event in general, but like you keep hearing these stories about very, very intricate details, okay? Like, I don't know, the color of her panties on the wedding day, or...
Oh, really?
No.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
I'm
exaggerating. I guess a lot of people would be interested in that. But you get what I'm saying?
Listen, you know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of Will Ferrell in Old School. You know, when he thought he was in the safety tree, and he's like, I wonder what color her panties are. I think he was referring to the waitress. Are they white or are they polka dot multicolored? Whatever it was. And his wife's looking at him like... So I'm positive that there are many men in Britain who are wondering what color panties Kate Middleton is wearing.
I get it. Actually, it's funny because in my effort in making this wedding-related stories uninteresting, I found the most interesting story that they could possibly do. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't care what kind of cake they're going to have. I don't care, you know, what kind of car they're going to drive to the wedding. All of these little details, it's just, I don't understand it. Like, maybe a conversation about the venue, that's interesting. Maybe a conversation about the massive audience that's going to be there just to see the wedding, that's interesting. But little things like the type of cake or, I don't know, the type of food, the type of silverware, you know, the type of hairpiece she's going to have on, I don't care.
Right.
So
Anna, let me match your indifference and raise it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go over the top in two different ways. Look, I understand if women are interested in where are they having it. Is it going to be like a storybook wedding? What are they wearing? What's her dress? What's, like the kind of stuff they care about Oscars. It's inconceivable that a straight male should ever care about. So, but I get that some women care about it, right? Mm-hmm. So, point number one. No straight man in the world should care about this wedding at all. Mm-hmm. At all. 1%, one scintilla. Okay? Who cares? It's somebody else's pain in the ass wedding. Okay? Point number two. The British royals are the single most irrelevant people in the history of the world.
Oh my God.
At this point. Okay? At some point, the British royals were incredibly relevant. Maybe they were the most relevant people in the world. Now, there's some long past irrelevancy that is just hanging around. It's some anachronistic nonsense. Oh, he's the Prince of England. And when will he declare a war? What is he doing? How is he going to affect the empire? He's not going to do anything. He's just an expensive dude put out there so that people can look at him on a refrigerator. They're irrelevant. Stop talking about them. No one else in the world should care. First of all, the British shouldn't care, but I know it's part of their culture and they're obsessed. They're like, oh, do tell, what are the royals doing? Okay, fine, whatever. You live in that crazy world. For the rest of us, ignore them. They're useless.
Look, Jake, I get what you're saying, but, you know, the royal family is cultural, it is symbolic, and I can understand their fascination with them. I think Americans are a little worse because who do we idolize? We idolize celebrities, okay? We pay attention to the Lindsay Lohans and Kim Kardashians of the world. So I guess if you really do a comparison, maybe all of this news coverage on that is a little more interesting than news coverage on, you know, the Lindsay Lohans and the stuff that I do.
I will not bend. I will not bend on this issue. At least Kim Kardashian has nice tits, okay? There's a reason why people care. They go, oh, wow, she's super hot. Look at that. Oh, she's Muslim. Who's she fucking? Get out of town. See, that's kind of an interesting thing, okay? But whereas the royals are like, oh, dude, tell what are they having for tea? Come on, man. There's no reason to care about that. It's crazy.
If you're looking for a cool t-shirt, all you have to do is go to bustedtees.com. Pop culture, politics, science fiction. Some of their t-shirts have been featured in movies like Knocked Up and in television shows like Scrubs. Their shirts are made in the United States and they're sweatshop free. So if you want to pick up one of these snazzy tees, all you have to do is go to bustedtees.com, enter promo code Young Turks, and you get 10% off your order.